Hey, good morning, Fred and Maggie. Paul McLean here with Crestview RV in Buda, Texas. Thank you for your time yesterday, right by Cabela's, exit 220. I'm going to try to knock down 3 birds with 1 stone here and show you all 3 that we narrowed it down to. All Grand Design. That's the best choice, I think, for your circumstances, quality-wise and brand-wise, at least from what I carry. And the first one would be the Transcend, which would be the least expensive of the 3, and had a floor plan you liked, Maggie, and you liked the darker woodwork as well, cabinetry. So this will remind you of that floor plan. This again on your brochure is the Transcend 240ML, I think for mid-living, but it's hard to keep up with what the letters stand for. All the Grand Design heating vents are on the wall instead of on the floor. Big plus. Porcelain toilets, no plastic. Big plus. Lots of storage. The Imagines we're going to look at after this are going to have a little bit more storage, but the showers will be about the same. And this was kind of the kitchen setup you liked the most. They'll all have solar panels, which will power their 12-volt refrigerators and the lights and the awning and the radio. This particular one is on, so you can see that aspect of it. They'll all have recliners. The Imagines will have heated vibrating recliners. These don't. They'll all have smart televisions from the beginning. That table will make into a dinette. They'll all have the queen bed, true 60-inch by 80-inch with storage underneath, and plenty of 110 and USB plugs on all 3 as well. And you can always put a television in the bedroom if you so desire. So that's kind of option 1. Nice shoe cubby here. Just as well, in fact, a little bit better insulated than the Imagines. So as far as that goes, no real difference. So from here we'll walk across to the bigger of the 3, which was that Imagine 2970 RL. So now we're going to 50 amp 2 ACs, but it's a bigger camper that would require that, whereas that Imagine will get just as cool on the same hot day with the 1 AC. This will have 2 awnings, one on your slide out, one on the main unit. They all have the outside speakers. This is the longest and heaviest of the 3 on your brochure. This is the 2970. The Imagines will have a 2 cubic foot larger refrigerator. This one will have the most counter space of all 3, but not by much. That one we're going to see next is pretty close to this. But you do have that extra counter space here, which has 110 plugs on either side up above the cabinets there, so you can place whatever kitchen appliances you want there. This one did have the bigger pantry, but I think the other one has almost equivalent storage. Lighter cabinetry as far as color goes, and this one had the couch in the back. You kind of like the idea of when you occasionally do have guests, that you can kind of sit and have a conversation more easily than in that next one I'm going to show you, which is my favorite for you, but a little bit less social. And you can get either one of this or the next one I'm going to show you with the freestanding table and chairs in place of the booth dinette here. The bathrooms and bedrooms are going to be identical on the 2 Imagines. We'll have light switches. Storage under these beds as well. And these will have a nice little blue night light or a reading light for either one. And now you've got 2 110 plug-ins on the bottom of each side of the bed, and then 2 more on each cubby hole here, with the addition of some USB charge ports in those cubby holes as well. And they'll both have this extra closet at the foot of the bed. So that's the 2970, the biggest of the three. And now we'll mosey over to my favorite for what you guys are doing, I think. And that's the 2670 MK. It'll be the only one with the outdoor kitchen, but that's not a big deal because Cabela's is right next door and you can buy the same stuff for a couple $100 and just put it in storage underneath the camper there. So this one, if I remember right, is about 32.5 feet long, so it's the shortest of the Imagines that we like. Still has the solar, still has the 8 cubic foot electric refrigerator. One awning here, but it runs the entire length of your camper with a little support holder there. And then here's the outside kitchen, which is a mini fridge and the griddle. And that'll be under the awning. And this has opposing slides just as that 2970 does, but it's kind of a smaller footprint. Yeah, this has every bit the same counter space, maybe more than that 2970. Just about the same amount of storage. Because if you don't use this as a desk, it's more counter space with the 110 outlets I mentioned on either side. You mentioned something about a doggy drawer. There's your doggy drawer. This one has already the freestanding table and chairs, so you can see the difference there. And you liked that the TV popped up with the push of the button. So it's kind of nice not to have that in your face if you're not watching TV, and you have an extra window towards your campsite. Both the Imagines will have fireplaces, the Transcend will not. Bathroom, bedroom are identical. It's just a shorter footprint, different floor plan, both 50 amp 2 ACs, so you'll have no issues there at all. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully that'll help you. Give me a call anytime. I'm going to text this to you. My cell phone is 406-696-4750. Montana number, Buda, Texas location, 406-696-4750. Crestview RV, exit 220. Let's go camping.